Good morning, everybody. It is Monday morning. I'm coming to you a bit early only because I know for a fact I'm getting a phone call today. So we're going to do the calendar and I'll tell you about some of the things that I do plan on doing today besides cleaning. Okay, so for the weekend, what did we miss? Saturday. What is that, flour? Saturday, July 19th. On this day in 1903, Maurice Guerin wins the first Tour de France. That's pretty cool. I'm going to put that in the fun facts that the old man might want to know. So that's going to go back there. Okay, so for Sunday, on this day in 1969, Neil Armstrong becomes the first person to walk on the moon. Weird, it's National Ice Cream Day. I thought it'd be like National Moon Day or something. Nope, ice cream. Okay, so for today, Monday, July 21st, it is the 7th month, the 30th week, and the 202nd day of the year. On this day in 1983, Vostok Research Station in Antarctica records the lowest known temperature on Earth at negative 128.6 degrees Fahrenheit, which works out to be a negative 89.2 degrees Celsius. Crazy. Okay, so some of the things I will be doing after I get my morning chores done, of course, I will be making my hair mask. So that will be coconut oil, castor oil, and some fresh rosemary. It's half a cup of each of those. And then I believe it's about a cup of rosemary. Honestly, well, here, I'll show you. This is how our rosemary comes in the stores, is like this. And I tend to use pretty much the whole thing. I might save back a sprig for myself for cooking, but for the most part, I just throw the whole thing in. I don't know if that's how you're supposed to do it, but that's how I do it. And it seems to work just peachy. So we'll continue that. So for now, I'm going to get back to what I was doing. I was doing a little bit of vacuuming to get the place cleaned up, so I'll get the counters done. We will do this. And again, I mentioned this. I mentioned the patchwork couch, but I didn't actually really show it. So I will be putting in a picture this time around. But here's some of the fabric that I've been working with. There's some of the fabric I've been working with. I just printed off. Is it this one? Yeah. I just printed off these appliques, which I will have to cut out. And yeah. So we'll go from there. This is actually the first stack of squares. I've put them all out onto the couch and then took them off and numbered them. I probably should have ironed first, but that's fine. I'm going to iron all these little squares, get them all cleaned up. Worst comes to worst, I'll just cut backups. I do have a lot of fabric, so I'm not too worried. But with it still being kind of, again, this phone makes it look so good. It looks like the sun is coming down on the greenhouse and it's glaring in. It isn't. Not at all. Let's see if it looks gloomy or if I go outside. Okay, not too bad. It still looks pretty bright, but it is gray. It is definitely gray. I haven't opened up the greenhouse yet. Oh, we have another fatality in the garden. The cucumber. The cucumber just got too sick. It just wasn't snapping back. So I've brought it out. Right now it's like covered in suet from above. And I'm just letting the birds have their day with it. It's definitely done. So not a big deal. Lesson learned. Oh, we've got a new rosebud. So that's exciting. I hope that opens up. And then, because I still don't know if I've actually shown this to you yet. This, by the way, is probably the best flower patch I have right now. This is a butterfly mix. I love this pink bachelor button. It is so pretty. There seems to always be this baby's breath popping up. Again, I got bachelor buttons coming up like crazy over here. There's another purple one over there too, actually. Another crimson. Just gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. Now, these are the ones I cut, so I'm keeping an eye on them to see if they double bloom. Oh, I feel rain. Okay, so let's make this kind of quick. Okay, so under here, where'd you go? Right there. I don't know if it's dying now. It looked like it was growing, it was getting big, and then it kind of went yellow, so I don't know. I think it's still okay, but I guess we'll find out. Oh, look, there's another one right there. Another little fruit. And then now it's reached this bed And I've decided to, okay, it's not just reach this bed, it's grabbed onto our turnip. I'm going to let it stay right there. And if it wants some of that dirt, it can have it. I'm okay with that. How's everything looking over here? Slow growing petunias. My little marigolds didn't make it in here. I'm not sure if that's just because of where it is, but that's okay. Our sunflowers finally started to open. Can you see that? It is starting to rain. I gotta move soon. I'm just checking the garden as we go through. Gotta make sure everything's happy. So many mushrooms this year. Again, I don't know if that's necessarily a good thing, but my channel isn't big enough to ask you guys. Oh, I hear a bee. Let's stay out of his way. All right. I think that's it for the garden update. There isn't really a whole lot we can get to. The beans are growing back there, but I'm going to let them dry. I'm not pulling. Oh, I did mention this, and I will be mentioning this to my bestie when she calls me today because I got these awesome things. So these 2 buckets, one of them has a hole in it, but that's fine. I think when I go to put dirt in it, I'm just going to put like a piece of cardboard there, and I'll just replace it as it disintegrates or moves or whatever. These are actually 3 stackable ones. They get bigger. You might have seen them in the previous vlog, but I got them with dirt, and I wanted them with dirt because I wanted to throw them in there because I need all the extra dirt I can have to fill the bottom. Well, it wasn't just dirt. These were ant farms, and I'm not talking hobby ant farms. I am talking major scale commercial freaking ant farms. I have never seen ant eggs pour out like Tic Tacs in the way I did from the one planter. So the old man took them all to work, dumped them all. All of them had ant farms in them. It was insane. So thank you, bestie, but no thank you. So unfortunately, we did dump a bunch in here. We did shovel most of it out. I ended up putting some poison into this to take care of the rest of them. So, thankfully this isn't secured. So the plan is like at the end of the season or closer to the end of the season when we harvest the potatoes and stuff out of their bucket, we're honestly just going to lift this up and shovel all that dirt right out and start over. So it is what it is. And if the ants have moved into this little pile that is back here, because I do have some dirt down there, then again, same thing. We'll just shovel it all out and start fresh. So it is what it is. Nothing we can really do about it, unfortunately. But everything else seems to be doing okay. We lost a yarrow flower because of my potato fell over on it. But it happens. Everybody's happy, healthy. Nothing really to report in the way of fruits or veggies or anything like that. Oh, look at you 2. Excuse me. Excuse me. And yes, I'm in my pajamas. That's how early it is. Look at you 2. Well, so that's it. Little morning update of what's going on with the garden and what to expect of me today. It'll probably be making that hair oil. And for the majority of this week, especially if it's going to be like this, I will be working on that couch. So plan is to get the pieces cut, organized, ironed, set aside in their own little piles so I know what's what. And then test the glue on the back that I have just to make sure it's not, I guess, crunchy. Some glues can be like hard even for fabric glues. So I got to make sure this one's a soft, malleable glue. And if it is, then good to go for the rest of the couch. And yeah, hopefully we can have it done in the next couple of months, which I know sounds absolutely ridiculous, but you have to remember, I do have chronic pain. It's my hands, but because of it being in my hands and my wrists, and I don't use them as much, it's 100% affected my arms all the way up. So I have a hard time doing a lot of projects, especially tedious projects, and even holding the phone. But it takes me a lot longer than it should. So I apologize if it's something you want to see in the next week. You will not. But when I do finish it, I will put into my cover, or I'll either have it in the thumbnail, title, or in the description that I finally finished the patchwork couch. So, I mean, if that's what you're looking for, you can look for it. And you can set up notifications to let you know Like, of course. I mean, as always. So, I'm going to get back to it. I want to get this vacuuming done early enough before this phone call comes in. And, yeah, I will see you guys later at the stove, probably. So, I decided to make some vegetable broth, one, because it was overdue. As you can see, I have lots in here. Well, maybe you can't see it. It's actually a pretty big pot. And I have it filled up to, like, here-ish, I think. But anyways, so I'm making this broth. I went out already and I cut a bunch of fresh herbs. I was going to say a bunch of stuff, but it was just a bunch of the fresh herbs. There's a little bit lemon basil, sweet basil, Thai basil. There's some chives, some oregano, some thyme. So lots of good stuff in here with all of my little kitchen scraps, we will call them. I'm just getting everything ready now to get the little pot going to get my oil started. And if I didn't have a light on in here, we'd practically be in the dark because now it's raining. So again, I don't think my phone picks up the true nastiness that is the great outdoors, but it is raining. It is wet. Everything is wet. The birds don't seem to care. No, they don't seem to care. That bird that just came down, that's that white-bellied nuthatch. It's one of my newest backyard birds. She usually hops down the tree trunk and then eats out of the picnic table because the picnic table also has, well, it's not technically just bird seed. It's sunflower seed, so the squirrel eats it too. But lots going on out there. So, I've got a simmer pot going too because my dog decided to take a crap in the middle of the living room. So, guess I didn't get to him on time. Not sure why that happened, but you know what? I guess when you gotta go, you gotta go. And if your mom's not paying attention, then you do it on your bed. So, I'm doing some laundry. Not that, again, I wanted to, but might as well. They needed to get cleaned anyways, so I'm gonna do it. So, whatever. Dog beds are getting cleaned. Alfie will be getting his bath this evening, too. I don't film that just because, one, my bathroom is really small to be setting up a camera in. And two, you'd probably just end up seeing my butt because I'm bent over trying to wash this dog. So, nope, not happening. Sorry. So let's get this pot and let's start making the hair mask. And here it is. Let me just put my scissors away. Okay, so there, half and half, equals amount of castor oil to coconut oil, and I would say probably about twice as much rosemary. So you're looking for about a cup, but we're going to let this sit and infuse. It's going to be on low. I got to get that off the spatula. Okay, we'll deal with that after. I'm going to leave it on low and let it just do its thing. And I added some into here because why not? We can always add a bit more. I don't think I had enough time, so add a little rosemary. This is going to be so good. I'm sorry if I just yelled into the microphone there. It's extra steamy too, as you can see. Okay, so that's it. That's what I'm going to do. I still have no idea what I'm going to do for dinner tonight. Tomorrow will be cabbage rolls, but yeah, no idea what's going to happen tonight. I guess I'll just go through the pantry and see what's going on. Okay, that's it. I'm going to put all my stuff away. Get this mess cleaned up. I am never going to get anything done with this guy right here. He will not leave my side. He keeps rubbing up against me. I'm sure you can hear. I've got the TV going in the background. I'm just listening to some lol cow stuff. And I got this overstimulated cat. Oh, I love cats so much. He's so cute. You just keep headbutting the phone. You're adorable. You're adorable. Yeah, you're adorable, Coco. Did a little bit of work for my appliques. This is what I've chosen. So you can see the fat cat shape. I'm not sure if I'm going to use a marker, if I'm going to stitch the face details on. Because, hold on, I have the applique behind. So you can see he's got a cute little face. So not sure what I'm going to do there. I just did this bird, or as I like to call them, burbs. Same thing. He has a little eyeball. He has a little eyeball. I'll probably just put a dot. And then these are the flowers. So I alternated between dark stem, light stem, and then light leaves, and then the dark leaves, which everything is loose right now. It's just cut. My plan is to come through and just do a quick little stitch around the edge and attach these pieces onto here. And again, that will be glued onto the couch. So that is it for that. And it did end up raining today, so it is a bit cold. This should be nice with all the steam. Hot. So that's the broth. I've already taken 4 cups out of it because I also made this soup, which apparently needs my attention. We're gonna turn off. Sorry, I'm throwing you around like crazy right now. But this is just carrot, celery soup. It's got garlic, onions, obviously carrot, celery. I added some fresh dill. Did I say onions? I don't know. And then it's got the homemade broth. So I took 4 cups out of there and a couple cups of milk. So delicious. Why not? It's a cool day. So when it's a cool day, you make soup. Okay, I've got the heat off. So now we don't have to panic. Let me just turn the light on. And this is my hair mask oil. So right now it's I was going to say drying. It's cooling right now. And when it's done cooling, I'll throw the lid on it. And it does solidify a bit. Like, it's kind of like a cross between like if lotion and gel had a baby, because it almost looks a little bit solid, but it feels like a gel lotion thing. I don't know how to explain it, but that's how I'm going to explain it. I did some more dishes. Why am I so zoomed in? That's probably my problem. I always do more dishes in the evening just so I have a little less to do. So ta-da! And yeah, that's it. I'm going to be getting ready to serve this soup up. I made a loaf of bread on the weekend. It's hecka squished right now. Trust me, it was not that skinny when it came out, but that's okay. It almost looks like a little ghost, like boo. But still delicious. Don't care if it's squished or not. I'm not that picky. It happens. So I'm going to slice up the fresh bread. I'm going to dish out a bowl of soup, and I'm going to have myself some dinner and relax with the old man. And I will see you guys in the morning. Good morning, everybody. I got this big guy right in front of where I go to read the calendar. Look at him, though. He's all clean and shiny. He had his bath. He's been brushed. I took his cone off, but I'm not sure if the skin infection is gone yet. I might have to put some more cream on it, but we're going to let him have the day, aren't we? Yeah, let you have the day. Yes, you're good boys. Oh, I'm not giving you belly rubs. I'm not giving you... Okay, fine. Little belly rubs. He's got a lot of mats. Look, you see that? That's a big mat. He doesn't always let me cut them, but I'm sorry, baby. We're going to have to come through again. Yeah. We're going to shave off all your mats. Anyways, okay. So good morning. It's Tuesday. Calendar. For Tuesday, July 22nd, on this day in 1893, inspired by the view from the top of Pikes Peak in Colorado, Catherine Lee Bates writes the lyrics to America the Beautiful. Okay. Never heard of it. But again, Canadian, why would I have? So I'm just soaking a few pots. Dishes are already done. I've wiped my counters. I'm just reboiling this because I've got the simmer pot going over there. So today's going to be a pretty easy day. It's dark out. If I were to turn the lights off, like I even have the light on above the couch, which I usually don't, but it's just very overcast today. Oh, there's a squirrel out there yelling. Let's see. But it's supposed to be another overcast day, so I'm thinking of just doing some of the couch patchwork again. All right, sorry about that, but as soon as I went outside, my neighbor was out there. So, no. So, I've just come back in. I'm going to make myself a coffee. I did trim up some lemon balm. I wanted to make a lemon balm mint tea, so I still have to get some mint, but first step was the lemon balm, and then I'll get the mint, and it's supposed to be a cool tea. So, and it's just a small amount. I'm only doing enough for 2 just so we can test it. I've never had lemon balm tea, so why not? So I'm going to make my coffee. I'm going to do some sewing, I think, and then we'll whip up some tea today. Well, here we are in the kitchen. I've got the burner going to boil some water. This is spearmint. This is lemon balm. So I'm going to do a lemon balm spearmint tea. I want to do it cold. So I'm going to double the steeping time, because odds are I'm going to add ice into it and make it almost like a traditional, I guess you could say, like iced tea. So my plan is to double my steeping time. So it's going to be 2 cups of water to this mix of leaves. I'm going to let it steep for 10 minutes before taking the leaves out. And then I'm going to let it cool. I'm also going to add some of my lilac honey. Let me see. Where is it? Stay. This is a messy cupboard. You guys don't get to see the messy cupboard. There it is. So I got to give that a little bit of a stir up, but I'm going to be adding some of that in as well, and I will let that cool, and yeah, we'll go from there. I took too many leaves, peppermint leaves. There's the option of doing, like, it's almost like equal parts lemon balm to equal parts peppermint, but I find sometimes lemon balm not to be strong enough, so I'm going to do an extra, like I said, lemon balm, so it's 3-to-2 instead of a 1-to-1 ratio. So, gonna get that on the go, and I did do a little bit of stitching, which I will show you next. All right, I know this is a little hard to see, which I apologize, but so I've stitched in the buttons. I intentionally used different colors. So in this one, we've got purple. This one, I've got blue. And then that's what I decided to do for the leaves. I did a little extra line down the center, and I did this one because there was only the one. And then that's it. That's going to be what my little appliques look like that will go onto the couch. I just hope my cats don't go after the buttons, but you never know. But it's fun. It's hard on the hands, that's for sure. So that'll probably be it. Another thing I wanted to show, which I didn't get a chance to, is what happened to all those river rocks. Well, I put them in here and I rotated. I should get a light on it. But when the light goes through, you can see really nicely what the rocks look like. And this is, I put distilled water in it. So that way, less, oh, you can't see from this side at all. Less, what is it, like chemical evaporation kind of stuff. So, was it calcifications? I don't know. I don't know. But, yeah, that's it. That's it for today. Now I'm going to go open up the greenhouse. I think it's nice enough out. I will double check the weather, but from here it looks like it says it's 15 degrees, so that should be fine. So we'll go open up the greenhouse and see if there's anything new out there. I actually think I already see a couple things. So to the garden. So beautiful. And our tea is steeping. I just stirred in a good old spoonful of honey. And now we wait. Waiting over. It is done. That is what the final product looks like. It's almost got like a, I don't know, like a ginger ale color. It's not bad, not bad. So I'll let it sit on the counter and cool a bit before I pop the lid on and throw it in the fridge. Good morning, everybody. Sorry for the abrupt end last night, but I made cabbage rolls. If you know, you know. It's a process and a half, especially when you're doing it pretty much by yourself. And I started that process at like, I don't know, I think it was like 3 p.m. I started boiling cabbage to, yeah. Anyways, let me just grab those quick and then I'll set you up on a tripod and we can talk some more. All right. I hope we have a decent angle. I know this is really weird. Actually, you know what? Maybe we should just do a kitchen angle. Yeah, hold on. Let me change you. We're done. Okay, I'm not sure how much of me you can see, but that's fine. So this is the cabbage rolls that I made. I made extra intentionally because I just wanted to make sure I had a meal for another day. So we're going to package these up. I actually have quite a bit. Oh, and just in case you're wondering, this is the sauce. There was a dipping sauce, so I froze it. We're going to see if it pops out. I don't think so because the sugars, but we'll see. We might just have to freeze it some more. Otherwise, it might just go into a container. But no, so I made these cabbage rolls. I froze them. Now we're gonna get them into the freezer in here. I've got some banana bread I will be doing, and that one will be a video that will be going up. I have ice cubes that I need to make. What else? Ooh, we have, kind of an unboxing. Kellogg's cereal has put out a promotion. I think it's in the US as well, but Canada for sure. Probably excluding Quebec, because for some reason Quebec's always excluded. But anyways, and you can get a beach towel, and I put in almost immediately for one of these, and I've got one, so it just came in the mail today, so we will also be looking at that together. I'm pretty stoked. What else? I think that's it. I think that's it for most of it. I still want to try to do a little bit of stitching. It still isn't the best of day out, so here's hoping that we can get some work done. But otherwise, I don't know, can you see me now? Yeah, I'm gonna get these guys in the freezer. I'm going to, what am I gonna do? I think I'm gonna do the bread. Yeah, the banana bread. So, okay. Well, I'll do the calendar too, because again, it's a new day. So I'll go into the calendar as soon as I get this put into a Ziploc bag. Because I think I'm going to do it regardless of it being sticky or not. And then I'm going to make the banana bread, which I will show you guys after. But the recipe itself, I will put up separate, just as one of those short little musical videos. And yeah, I mean, we'll go from there. And for dinner tonight, I'm doing breakfast. That's it. I said I'm craving breakfast, so that's what we're having. All right. After much deliberation, I found an angle I like, and this is the best spot for me to be able to hold it. I think my camera's crooked. All right. Take 3. Yeah, that's right. I moved you twice, and then the camera was crooked, so it happens. All right. So this neon package, I got it's the Kellogg's thing. You buy 2 boxes at the same time, whatever. Go online and do what you got to do. And yeah, so I got this cool thing. The query code says it's just for up to date with latest news, promotions, and special offers. But you can go on and just become part of their mailing list anyway. That's how I found out about this, is I got an email stating this was the promotion. So I was like, cool. I've done this a few times too. I have a Frisbee with the original cornflakes rooster on it. Oh, I got a Cheerio shirt. I got a, like, Up North or Save the North. I don't know. I got another Cheerio shirt, I think it was. And then now I've got this. Okay, that's it. No, I'm just kidding. We're gonna open this up. Let's see. This is fun. I knew what I was getting, but you never really know the quality of what you're getting until you get it, because even reading descriptions these days doesn't help. Ooh, it feels nice. I like it. Okay, here, let's, we don't need anybody to suffocate. Stay there. Okay, here we go. Which way do you go? I think that's the bottom. Yeah, it is. All right, here we go. And here is our free beach towel. Can you see the whole thing? It looks pretty cool from back here. Let me see it now. Let's see if we can see it from the side. Oh, wow. That is bright. I wasn't expecting that bright of colors. Pretty cool. I've always loved this stuff. I mean, maybe it's because I'm an 80s baby. I've always grown up with some sort of almost like we'll call it cereal paraphernalia, like something that ties in. I remember I'm from Ontario, so we had bagged milk, and I remember our little container we used to put it in to pour was Nesquik. A bunch of the stuff in my room growing up was all from Kool-Aid points. Now that was a good time. I don't know if they still do that kind of stuff. My child is an adult, so I wouldn't know, but it's crazy how things were back in the day. It's very nice. So that's very cool. I can't wait to show the old man when he gets home. That's pretty exciting. New towel. Doesn't have hair yet, but it will. Okay, so, I said I was going to do the calendar, so let's do that. We're late. All right, let's do this calendar thing. Okay, here. Could you turn this way? The crowd is this way, calendar. My goodness, mind of its own today. Okay, so Wednesday, July 23rd, on this day in 1829, William Austin Burt receives a patent for the typographer, an early version of the typewriter. Why do you have to make it a typographer? Why couldn't it just be a typograph? That sounds so much better. All right, that's it. Now I'm going to recycle the plastic, set this aside, and I'm going to get to baking, which I guess I'll see you when I'm done it, because it's going to be its own video. All right, just finished making the loaf. Obviously, it hasn't gone in. I mean, if you think that's done, we need to visit my cooking vlog. But got it in my cool jack pan. I forgot to flour it, but you know what? Whatever. If it comes out nice, it comes out nice. If it doesn't, it doesn't. I'm not too concerned, but I did over butter it, so I'm sure it'll be fine. So yeah, gonna wait now. It's like an hour to bake, but it's done. So I'm gonna go edit some vlog material. Good morning, everybody. We are going straight into the calendar today. It is Thursday, July 24th. On this day in 1911, American academic Hiram Bingham and his team rediscover the lost city of Machu Picchu in Peru. Very cool. Rediscovered. That's funny. Okay, so I'm in the process of putting stuff away, but I'm also in the process of taking stuff down, because one of the downfalls to having an open shelf means it's got to be dusted. But in all fairness, if this is something you're looking at doing, it really isn't that bad. Like, honestly, you can get away with doing it once a month, once every month and a half, depending on the filters in your furnace. And just, I mean, do you have all your windows open? Is there stuff coming through? I don't know. So I do have my dishes to do still. I'm usually on top of it, but not today. I've just put some away, and then I'm clearing this off so I can get it wiped. Same with the top. I'll take it down and wipe it. It's supposed to be 28 degrees today. So, I don't think I'll actually be out in the garden, but we will be opening up the greenhouse later today. I'll make sure the butterfly water is full. I'm going to make sure that the birds have some clean, fresh water for the day. And yeah, just set up the wildlife and make sure they're happy with everything. So that's the plan. I also probably won't be on camera very much today because after I finish up the little bit I have to do in the kitchen, I wanted to do my hair mask today. So when I do it, I put on one of those like plastic shower cap things. And yeah, you don't need to see me like that. So I probably will not be on camera as much, but I'll probably still film things from behind it. So no worries there. Oh, and I'm waiting on my vacuum bags. So I do have to vacuum today, but that's if these bags show up on time. So I will check and see what the delivery time is on those. And maybe I'll get the floor prep before then. Oh, so calendula is gone, and so is my chamomile. I made a calendula chamomile tea last night in my flower cup, and it was actually quite delicious. I do think the calendula has a bit of a, I guess you could almost say like a bitter aftertaste, but I put some honey in mine and it really worked well to combat it because I tried it without anything and then I added a drop of cream and a little bit of honey and it was actually really good. So now I just need more calendula because I've got this one and this one and this one and then that. And I'm happy I kept this. So I took the petals off of this one, but I kept the stem up, honestly, because I was lazy. But it turns out that I think I can use the stem and the leaves to make an oil out of it. So I will be taking this guy and setting him aside. I was going to anyways, but now for sure. I love my little drying rack. Even though I could take so many of these things down, I just prefer not to. Oh, and this is the crimson. It turns purple when it dries. But that's that crimson clover. So, lots of cool things drying. I probably still have more things to pluck outside too, but again, that's a battle we'll get to when we get to. So, I'm going to get my dusting done. Well, the heat is going up. All right, I got to show you this cool contraption because I was just on the phone with my bestie and I've always had a problem with my bread standing up, but two things have happened. One, I now slice my bread in 3 spots. I slice it on each side like this and then down the middle, which seems to be keeping it quite even, that it's not crazy top heavy. That I don't even know if these are really necessary. I actually think this is the first loaf I have that stands by itself. But most of my loaves are so top heavy that they fall over. So I've added these sticks. They fit perfectly. They're just some crafting dowels. So if it wants to try to soften and fall over, it cannot. So I might actually have a loaf of bread that stands up, people. This is a good day. So everything's all done. Chores are all done. I dusted all my shelves. So I don't know if you can see the difference, but you know, everything's all nice and shiny, organized. I took the bread pan from here again. And the cats have 3 layers. We've got 1, 2, and 3. So 3 layers of catnip drying. Oh, sorry, I had to fix that. So I'll have that for them. I have 2 cats that prefer it dried and 2 cats that prefer fresh. So it needed a trimming anyways. So got that done. The floors are prepped. Ignore the dust bunnies or hair bunnies. I don't know what you want to call them. They could actually be bunnies. But I have everything ready to go for the vacuum. The only thing is ta-da! Love Kirby vacuums, but they're a bag vacuum. So I've taken the old one out and my new ones are going to be here today. I was hoping they'd be here early, but it said they're not showing up until 3 o'clock. So I'm very sad, but that's okay. Everything's ready to go. I am not on camera because I am wearing my shower cap right now. So you will not be seeing me. I've got my hair oil going. I'm going to be showering here in the next like 20 minutes or so. So yeah, I mean, that's it. There's our update of the day. By the way, that was like my favorite bird I just zoomed in on. It's a nuthatch. They're called, if I'm correct, I think it's a red-bellied nuthatch, but their bellies are yellow. So really weird. But I got the greenhouse all open. Sun's coming in. It's beautiful out. It's still supposed to rain, but I think right now we're sitting at about 25 degrees. So a nice hot day. So I'm going to do a little bit of sewing, I think. Simmer pot's going, by the way. There we go. It looks like one of my candles went out, but that's okay. We'll get another one. And yeah, that's it. That is the update for today. And today I almost turned the camera around. Not today. Today I will be doing leftovers. So nothing to show for dinner. No half-eaten food like yesterday. I get so antsy. I end up eating it so fast. So yeah. So this is pretty much it. Unless something interesting happens, which I doubt because it's so hot. My animals aren't animaling. There's one out in the patio. He decided to go back out. He's been in the house for quite a while, and all the other ones are sleeping somewhere. All right, I am camera ready, presentable, all clean. Okay, so I know we're in the kitchen and I'm showing you sewing stuff, but it's just better lighting, and just easier. So I did the other two flowers. So we've got a green button with pink string in it, and then again, I just stitched up the leaves, and then this one's a blue button with red, and again stitched up the leaves. Now I do want to attach the tops, but I want to get them configured onto the couch first so I know how I want them to dip, because maybe I want it to dip in a little bit like this, do you know what I mean? Or maybe that's too close and maybe I need to put it upright, or maybe even to the other side, whatever. So I will attach those probably closer to when I actually do the applique in the center. So I still have the bird left to do and the cat, because I still haven't decided if I'm going to stitch his face or if I'm just going to use a fabric marker. But there's my update for sewing. So sewing's done, bread's done, catnip is drying, I'm all clean. So yay for me. Now I'm just going to sit back and relax. So hope you enjoy your Thursday, and I guess I'll see you tomorrow, but you'll see me in about 10 seconds. Good afternoon, everybody. It is Friday. Let's do our calendar, and I'm keeping the light off. So, well, it's a good thing the light's hitting this, though. It's quite nice. Oh my goodness. Okay. Should probably state I just finished biking and apparently my hands are broken. I'm not sure how that works. If it was my feet or my legs, sure, but okay. On this day in 1978, Louise Joy Brown is born in Oldham, England, becoming the first human to have been born after conception by in vitro fertilization, IVF. Well, they've come a long way. So, again, I apologize if I'm out of breath. I'm not lying. I just got off the bike. I didn't show it yesterday, but I did 30 minutes on the bike yesterday, and I think it was like 33 minutes I did today. So that was good. I probably would have gone longer if the old man didn't come home for lunch, and I'm not getting back on the bike. So that's kind of how it works. But I've been, okay, I'm not going to say I've always had an issue with my weight. Not really. But there's certain times where, like anybody, I fluctuate. And there's times where I'm like, yeah, okay, I'm putting on a little too many pounds. Where's it going? So I've kind of gone back into tracking what I eat just so I can make healthier decisions and have an idea of roughly how much I am eating. I'm also the type of person that, like if I have a bowl of chips, I'm fine. I can suffice. Like if I did a serving kind of thing or half a serving, I'd be fine. But in the same sense, you put the same bag of chips in front of me and I could probably devour half of it. So I'm just being a little bit more conscious on what I eat. So this morning I had my 2 coffees like I do, and I decided to add in some oats. I did just a regular 1 serving, so 1/3 cup of oats, 2/3 cup of milk, a teaspoon of my lilac honey, and a 1/4 cup of frozen berries. So that was really good. I noticed that I'm lacking in protein, which isn't unusual. I've mentioned this before. It's not that easy to get my protein as a vegetarian with a picky eater in the house. So I usually do smoothies, but I run out of yogurt and bananas so fast. It's ridiculous. And the other thing is eggs. I've got some in the sink right now, some boiled eggs. So I'm probably going to end up having that for lunch. And drinking water. I'm going to do the flavored waters. I really like them. I know they've got some sodium in them, but in all honesty, I'm the one that controls most of the sodium for my intake. So I'll just cut it out elsewhere. It's not a big deal. I usually try not to cook with it anyways. it like enhances the flavor. I get it, but in the same sense, it's like I got to keep it small doses here. So, and that's probably the hardest part about tracking, by the way, is like the stuff that I make myself where like it's written in my book. I don't have nutritional facts for that, so I have no idea. And to have to go on and break it down, I've been finding like I've been getting inaccurate answers. So fun. So I'm doing a general roundabout because I don't think it's exact, but it is what it is. Anyways, I'm exhausted. I'm going to go drink some water and sit down for a minute, and I'll figure out what we're going to do today. Well, it's the evening, and I'm not going to lie, I didn't do very much. Today was kind of a slow day. I'm about to go make dinner. I'm not sure if I'm going to film it as a cooking vlog. Maybe I will, maybe I won't. Not sure yet. We'll see how it goes. It's just a homemade mac and cheese with some veggies in it, but we'll see. But I think that's it for this week. I'm just going to wrap it up here. I'm sorry it was kind of boring. Next week, though, actually, the next 2 weeks should be, like, really different. I've got 2 trips planned. One out into the Badlands, which is, like, desert, and another one's out into the mountains. So, I guess stay tuned for that. That should be fun. But I guess this is the lull before the storm, we'll call it. I'm just taking it easy before these little day trips. But yeah, I mean, thank you if you watch this far. You can like and subscribe and comment, and all of it helps me out and gets me recognized so I can get more subscribers, which I'd love. I'd like to be able to actually have a conversation with people instead of myself, but if it's just me for the next decade, I mean, I'll get a lot more comfortable, that's for sure. But anyways, thank you. I will see you.